How's it going, everybody? My name's Altren, and in today's video, we're going to be testing out the performance of 20 different games here on the ROG Xbox Ally X. Let's get into it. Okay, so all games will be tested in turbo mode with the addition of, if I go into my GPU settings here, I have 10 gigabytes allocated to the GPU, as well as these settings turned off and on, as you can see. I am playing on a monitor that is only 60 hertz, but I am going to push the device past that by disabling VSync, so you can actually get an idea of how many actual frames above 60 you can get. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so all games will be tested out in 1080p, and let's just go ahead and start out with our first game here, Angerfoot. So I need to go into my settings really quickly and make sure I have my refresh rate set above 60 hertz if I can. So we are using FXAA anti-aliasing. Our field of view is at 75. We have our frame buffering set to smoothest frame rate. If I look at my graphic settings here, everything is on high. All these boxes are checked. So yeah, let's just go ahead and play the game. And we are getting about 114 FPS. And how do I play? Ease the kick button. Okay. I'm already off to a bad start. Okay, hold on. We got to lock in chat. There we go. There we go. I left somebody alive? Who shot me? Wait, where did that come from? Oh. Oh. I don't know if I can get this guy. Okay, we're fine, we're chilling. Let's see if we can pop him. Hit him in the leg or something? Yeah, okay. How do you toss the gun? Oh, God. I don't know how to play this with keyboard and mouse. Figured it out. We're good. Oh, I want that thing. Oof. Uh-oh. Can you tell I haven't played much of this recently? Oh man, dude, I whiffed so hard. Okay, now that I actually know how to play though, let's lock in. Let's lock in. Okay, we're good. And then this guy I can just ignore. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. We're fine. This is a game where I wish I had a higher actual playing refresh rate. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Fine. Did I just pick up the same thing? Okay, we're good. Done. I don't even know if you can get anything from these other rooms. Ooh. I didn't even see that guy. I shut the wall. We're fine. All right, throw the gun. Okay, I'm getting into the groove of things. This music is so intense. Done. Take care of that guy. Oh, come on. I love how they just emote on you, dude. I wish I was actually getting a higher refresh rate. That guy always shoots me. Alright, take care of this guy. Uh-oh. Did I not pick up that other gun? There we go. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, God. My brain's getting tangled. That's not what I wanted to do. That works, I guess. That works, I guess. I'm still not used to these controls, man, on mouse and keyboard. Uh-oh. Okay, dude. I'm actually just having fun playing this game. I haven't played in so long, so I'm just so out of it. Oh, yeah. I want to make it through the stage, but I don't think that's going to happen in this video. We're off to a great start with the gameplay, guys. Oh, I can't go through there. All right. There we go. See, going from my actual monitor that I play most games on is 240 hertz. So going from that to 60 for this is a stark contrast. But I'm locking in, I think, are the keywords of that statement. Ah, we got a riot shield guy. Okay. Let's lead these guys down here. Take them out slowly. Oh, there's so many of them. Got his gun. Kick him. Kick him. There we go. There's improvement, guys. Whew. That was almost it right there, but we're fine. Wait, that's the guy with the SMG, right? Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. I'm very glad that I picked that up. Is this the end of the mission? No, there's another door. Hey, look at that. I locked in. I did it. Probably only got 1 star, yeah. But you know what? This game's fun. So if you haven't checked out Angerfoot, I do really recommend it. It's better to play it at a higher refresh rate than 60 on the monitor, but on the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, that's a mouthful, at 1080p, it runs. So this is absolutely playable. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, so next up, we actually have Hytale. Now, this game does not have controller support or cloud saves, so I don't really fully recommend playing this on the ROG Xbox Ally X unless you play docked a lot because there's no controller support. You can kind of get controller support to work through Steam control settings, but it's still a little wonky and it doesn't work 100% of the time. At least that's what I've discovered. And with no cloud saves, you can't start a world on your main PC and then hop on the go on the Ally and continue to play, especially because of the lack of native controller support. But I have it installed, so let's just go ahead and look at what graphical settings it defaulted to. So we're at a field of view of 79, and I probably did that manually myself. Let's round that up to 80. And let's go ahead and look at our video settings as well. So I'm going to turn VSync off so we can get above the 60 FPS that this monitor is. Our graphics preset is on custom, and most stuff is on low, and our render scale is at 100%. So let's go ahead and just see how well Hytale runs. And, oh, this is creative mode. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, running around here in Hytale, I think I just played around with this when I was traveling just to see how well the game would run. But we're getting about, oh, can you not attack creatures in creative mode? Huh. Okay. Well, I think I have a survival world, but we're getting about like 100, 120 FPS, 90 FPS here on Hytale at 1080p. Let me verify that it is running at 1080p. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, no, it is 1080p. So, wow. This is actually running a little bit better than it was when I tested it myself, because when I tested it, I was getting like 70-ish FPS, like 75. But at 1080p, now granted, I was testing it on an ultra-wide 3440 by 1440 monitor, but at 1080p with low settings, Hytale runs very smoothly. So if this game had controller support, you could absolutely play Hytale on the go with a controller. So let me put the torch away as well, because I don't need to be creating that light source in the daytime. But yeah, look at this, dude. This is running like butter. It's a shame I can't really do any actual gameplay. I didn't realize this world was in creative mode. But, oh, I have a... Can you middle... Whoa, you can middle click just like Minecraft to get the block in creative mode? Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't played much creative mode. I've been playing a lot of this game on a custom server with my friends. But yeah, Hytale here runs very... Whoa, I haven't seen this before. What in the world? Wait a second. What? Is there... Bruh. Is there no point in coming down here? Whoa, dude, what is the structure? This is so cool. This is what I love about Hytale, man. Like, even though I'm just flying around in creative mode, I'm seeing things that I haven't seen before, and I'm still discovering new things about this game. It's giving me the same kind of feelings that I had when I played Minecraft for the first time. Yeah, like, look at this. I'm just sitting in a chair. Oh, wait, do you not have a... Oh, you do. Oh, this this looks goofy, man. But I've been really enjoying my time with Hytale. I've been very addicted to this game. I just got full adamantite armor in the server that I'm hosting that I'm playing with my friends. But here on the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, it seems to run pretty well. Let's go to one of the other biomes here. I'm pretty sure out in this direction, we should find a Zone 4 area. So let's see. I'm just going to kind of fly around. Yeah, flying around in creative mode as well. We're getting like 80 to 90 FPS, like mid 80s, upper 80s, down to 83, 84. So it's fluctuating a little bit. But like this is absolutely playable. Once again, I don't need to have the torch in my offhand in the middle of the day. So you could absolutely get away with playing Hytale on the Ally X. I just wish this game had native controller support, because if it did, I would chill in bed, have like a show or a movie on in the background, and play some Hytale on this thing. Also, what in the world is going on with this world generation here? That's one of those little villages full of the Quebecs, I think is what they're called. I don't know. I'm still kind of new to the game. I'm still discovering it as I play. It did just come out like a week or two ago. But dude, Hytale is absolutely playable. This is awesome to see. I almost want to see what happens if we bump our graphic settings up from low to, let's go from low to high. Let's see what kind of frames we get on high settings. So yeah, if you go up to high settings, you still get above 60 FPS. It's fluctuating a little bit, but like honestly, I would cap Hytale at maybe 60 FPS. I don't know. Let's drop it down to medium. Let's go in between the two. See how this runs. There we go. Medium settings might be the happy medium. Yeah, like 80 FPS. If you want to drop it down to low, it still looks really good on those settings too, just because of the art style of this game. But even at medium settings, we're getting like 80 FPS. It's jumping up to 100, but then back down to around 80. So Hytale is absolutely playable if you want to cap it at 60 FPS on high settings, if you want to cap it at around like 80 FPS for medium settings, or if you want to cap it at 100 FPS for low settings. So this game runs surprisingly well, because the testing that I did was on a 3440 by 1440 ultra wide, and I didn't think about that when I did my last video. I said that I got like 60 to 70 FPS in this game. Well, I was playing at a higher resolution than 1080p, so duh. But locally on the device, which this device only goes up to 1080p 120, you could absolutely get close to that in Hytale at medium or low settings. So very impressed. This game is very well optimized. All right, next up, we're going to be testing out Assassin's Creed Origins. This is probably my second favorite Assassin's Creed game. My most favorite is probably Black Flag. And my third favorite is actually Shadows. I did not hate that game that much. It's in my top 3 Assassin's Creeds. But let's just go ahead and look at our settings here. So we're going to be running this game at 1080p. We're going to push it above 60 with VSync being off. And we do not have an FPS limit enabled. And if I look at our graphic settings here, we're going to be playing at medium settings across the board. There's some things that are still set to high, but this is the game's preset of medium. So 1080p medium settings here on Assassin's Creed Origins. And I'm not in a very graphically demanding part of the game right now. I'm just kind of in the middle of the desert. What is going on right here? Is there a oh, okay. I don't even know what that is. I say that this is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, and I don't even know what I just picked up. But I promise that it is one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. But this is the kind of game that, as long as you're getting at least 60 FPS, I wouldn't complain. And we're getting about 60 to 70 on 1080p medium settings, which is kind of astonishing to me, because I remember my personal computer, when this game first came out, could barely run it at 60 FPS on low settings. Because when this game released, I believe I had a GTX 970. So that was a while ago at this point, because this game came out in, I want to say 2017. And I think back in 2017, I was still rocking my 970. I didn't get my 1080 yet. Because my GPU journey was from a 760 to a 970 to a 1080 to a 2080 Super to a 3090 to a 4090. And I'm still rocking the 4090 to this day. But, I mean, this is running pretty good so far, but I am kind of in the middle of the desert right now. Like, if I look at the map, like, actually in... Oh, I'm in Siwa. Why am I in Siwa right now? I'm not even near the part of the game where I'm actually, like, doing the story. Let's fast travel here into a more densely populated part of the map and see if our FPS changes. I think I went back to Siwa to do some hunting to get some cloth or whatever to upgrade my gear. In fact, that's exactly what I did. I haven't played this in about a month and a half because recently I've been addicted to Hytale, and I'm also wrapping up my playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I have very much taken my time with, but I am also very much enjoying KCD2. Okay, so around here, we're getting like 47, 50 FPS. What is aggroed on me? Why could I not throw that? Oh, man. Oh, man, low frames. Okay. Let's get out a weapon, please. Thank you. Bam. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're not dead yet. Excuse me. I thought I'd locked on him. Man, I'm rusty today. Holy crap. Holy shit. There we go. I did not mean to throw the smoke bomb there. I just wanted to loot him. But we're not even getting like a stable 60 FPS right now, which is strange to me because we are running at medium settings. So I wonder if I dropped the settings down to low, if we'd be able to approach a more stable 60 FPS here at 1080p on Assassin's Creed Origins. But also restarting the, or it's going to cause me to restart the game if I change the graphical settings. Holy, I cannot speak right now. I don't really want to do that, but it looks like there's a little fight going on right here. So we're going to go join and assist the rebels. There's that guy. Okay. I just want to shoot him, please. There we go. Cool. I got some XP for that. Wait, but they're still getting attacked. Okay, what is happening? I'm taking this horse. Yeah, there's still one enemy on them. Is there an enemy on me, too? Oh, what detected me? So even though I'm only getting about a 50-ish FPS here, I'm still having an enjoyable time with this game. But I always try to strive for at least 60 frames. So I'm going to see if I can accomplish that by dropping these graphic settings down from medium to low. So we're going to go down to, because there's low and then there's very low. I think we might be able to achieve 60 FPS on low and not very low. So let's try that. This is going to cause me to restart the game, so I will be right back. Okay, so now we're back in the game at low settings as opposed to medium here. So we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing we did last time over in the same area. And now we're getting about a stable 60 FPS. So honestly, with this game, I would set the game settings to low, cap the refresh rate to 60 hertz on the ROG Xbox Ally, and you actually get a decent playable experience, I think. I mean, it's only been a few seconds so far, so let's just keep playing. I don't want to do that on the guy who's almost dead, but that's exactly what I just did. But I mean, it seems to be, actually, it's dipping back down to 40 to 50. I'm so confused. These guys are doing like no damage to me, by the way. Yeah, they're only a couple levels lower than me. Huh. Okay, well, I need all this pelt. I don't even remember what I was trying to upgrade. It might have been this. Because I have this fully maxed out. But I don't know. Let's just go ahead and do some horseback riding. See, it jumps up in the menus to a higher FPS, but then when you get back in the actual game world, you're fluctuating at around like 60-ish FPS. So honestly, with a game like Assassin's Creed Origins, I would almost play at 900p at medium settings or even 720p at like medium to high settings, because you would have to do 1080p low to get a stable 60-ish FPS. Because going out here to the desert when there's nothing going on, I assume my FPS will start to steadily climb because there's, well, nothing really going on right here. Then I turn back to where there's more dense foliage, where there's more shadows being cast, and the FPS starts to dip back down. And for me personally, a game like this, as long as it stays at and around 60 FPS, I'm fine with that. But it seems like 1080p low settings might be a little too much for Assassin's Creed Origins here on the Ally X. So I would shoot for like 900p low settings and try to work your way up from there and configure the graphics, because I always shoot for at least 60 frames. The game has a performance mode where it lowers the fidelity on a PlayStation to get me 60 FPS, but with slightly worse visuals. I'll do that because I prefer the smoother gameplay. But yeah, it's tanking down even lower as I get into this more populated part of the map. So yeah, 900p low settings is probably what I would recommend here for Assassin's Creed Origins. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, next up we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look at our graphic settings here. If I go to scalability, all of the graphic settings are turned down to either low or very low or even ultra low. So you can just glance at those really quickly here. And also, if we go over to our display settings, we're on borderless windows, 16:9, 1080p. We have cutscene frame rate uncapped, as well as our actual like in-game frame rate. No dynamic resolution is enabled. Our upscaler is AMD FSR on balanced, and we also have FrameGen on FSR. But with the upscalers and FrameGen enabled, you can actually get a somewhat playable frame rate out of Assassin's Creed Shadows on the ROG Xbox Ally X. Does it look amazing? Nope, not even a little bit. It looks very slimy and flat. You get weird graphical bugs just looking at that bridge right there, right? Like slimy, and it looks like it's been coated in a pint of Vaseline or something, right? Like, it just looks a little goofy. Like, where are the ground textures? Did you see that? They were just not there for a second. So, you know, you're playing on low settings with an upscaler, but you're getting like 90 FPS, 80 to 90 FPS. So maybe that sacrifice is worth making to get a playable frame rate out of this game. Because with FrameGen and FSR enabled, you can do that. So I'm actually going to try at some point here. I want to get into a more populated part of the map as well, because we encountered this with Assassin's Creed Origins. But I'm in the middle of nowhere. Nothing really pushes the device. You can see some crazy frame tearing. Maybe that doesn't show up in the recording. On the map as we move around here. Some crazy frame tearing on that. Do you see that? That is insane. Okay, it's been a minute since I've played this game. I beat it in April of last year and never really returned to it. But looks like there's a lot going on here. So we're going to just go ahead and fast travel here as Naue. Obviously, as we jump into the fast travel section, our frame rate's going to shoot up because there's like nothing to render in right here aside from the character model and some basic reflections that don't even show the full reflection of the character. So obviously we're going to get a high FPS in this loading zone, just like we did in Assassin's Creed Origins, although I think I cut the loading out of that game. But we're going to go ahead and move in. You can see some time has elapsed since the first part of the video. I did go get some dinner. I was really hungry. I say get dinner. I made dinner because I'm still snowed in. But this is taking a minute to load, so I will see you guys when it fully loads me into the next area. Okay, so I have no idea what that's about because I have technically finished the game. But we are in the season of winter right now, and we are in a more graphically demanding area than we were just in. So we're going to double assassinate these guys and fight this last guy. Just get some combat in here. Do I remember how to play this game? I don't actually believe that I do. What's the block button? Okay. There's not a block button, but I can dodge. Okay. It's got to come back to me. This guy I'm more worried about than the other guy. Wait, hold on. Okay. I gotta... Okay, just ground attack one of them, please. This guy's still on the ground. Can we ground attack him? Okay, he's still got armor and stuff on, though. There we go. Okay. It's slowly coming back to me. Let's hit this guy back here. I want to hit him. Okay. We can do another kick. I think I can do two. So we're going to kick him. And then kick him. And then ground attack. Roll. Ground attack. Roll. Okay. Okay, so you can't parry the red. Duh. Okay, come on. I'm just rolling around like an idiot. How's this guy still alive? There we go. How am I still alive? Panic. I'm panicking. I just rolled up a tree. Okay, hold on. Go into the kicks again. Kick you. Oh. Did it not let... Okay, there we go. Double kick. Ground attack. Couple more stabs. You're still in the equation somehow. There we go. Got him. I'm being too sporadic. I gotta lock in. Okay. This is what happens when you don't... I'm also watching the playback and not the actual game itself. Hold on. That'll probably help me. Yep. Okay. I was watching the laggier bit with the delay and everything. Okay. So some combat. FPS was definitely fluctuating a bit there, but we can go ahead and change the season right now, I think. Oh, no, we can't. Huh. Okay. Well, I was wrong about that. I thought it let me earlier. But let's go ahead and... What is this doing? Is this the... I know they added like a DLC or something to the game. I still need to take the time to play through that. But let's go ahead and change our settings around a little bit because we're still getting like 70-something FPS. So let's go here and let's see. Options. Let's bump it up from balanced to quality FSR. Just make things look a little bit better. Is there an apply button? I have a keyboard blocking the bottom of my monitor. I don't think there is. Okay. See what that does to our FPS. So the image definitely looks less blurry with a FrameGen on and everything. And we're still getting about 69, 60 FPS. Yeah. So I would consider 60 FPS on a game like Assassin's Creed Origins to be playable. So at this point, I would almost just enable VSync. How did I not... Okay, hold on. There's different weapons, right? Because I have my short swords out. I'm starting to remember how this game... Yes. I want my katana for this. Ouch. There we go. It's crazy what happens when you remember how to play the game. And I just completely missed that. Yeah, this guy's cooked. He's still trying to fire an arrow at me. Why did he not draw like a knife or something? There we go. I remember that move, dude. This game is like, I think this game's really cool. I understand why it got some of the complaints and hate that it did, but like, I'm not super well versed in a Japanese culture. I am extraordinarily white and not in like the anime Japanese culture fan kind of white. I've never left the United States of America. I don't even have a passport. So I don't know what this is in terms of like the reflection of actual Japanese culture, if I worded that correctly. Like, I don't find anything in this game offensive because it's not a representation of my culture. So I'm going to stop rambling about that. But yeah, I don't really understand the hate and the negativity towards this game. I personally really enjoy it. It's a top 3 Assassin's Creed for me, and I actually kind of want to take the time to replay it because I haven't played it since last April. When I was recovering from my surgery last year, that's when I played the most of this game. But yeah, I just love getting it a little... Okay, hold on. I want my katana out. Can I not roll towards them, please? Okay. Give me my katana. Target lock. Oh, did I assassinate the big guy? He's not in the fight anymore, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did. I'm just a menace right now running around. Let's get some parkour in here as much as I can. This is why I like Naue more than Yasuke. She's got the parkour. He kind of doesn't. So you can do stuff like this, even though this isn't super impressive compared to like the scale of Assassin's Creed Unity. But like we're getting some frame tears here, but I think that's just because of the upscaler and all of that stuff. But maybe if can you have VSync on with an upscaler enabled? I actually don't know if this game will let you do that. Some games don't let you do that. So let's see here. If I go into my options and if I go down to yeah, so VSync is off, and VSync is off because of the frame generation. The problem is, if we knock the upscaler down to balanced and disable the frame generation, we're going to lose some frames here. So save current settings. Yeah, so now we're at like 40s to 50s. So unfortunately on the ROG Ally, Xbox X or whatever the heck this thing's called. I keep mispronouncing it every single time. On the ROG Xbox Ally X on Assassin's Creed Shadows, even at very low settings, you kind of just need frame gen on, because with an upscaler, with FSR on balanced, not even quality, we're not even cracking above 60 FPS. With the frame gen, this was playable. Without the frame gen, it's kind of not. Some people have better tolerance for lower frame rates than I do, but I would rather play with the frame generation on and have the 60 FPS rather than no frame gen and be at like 45 FPS. But that's just me personally. But Assassin's Creed Shadows is definitely playable with or without frame gen. If you lock this to 30 FPS and locked your display refresh rate on the Ally X to 30 FPS, you would probably get away with playing this at 30 frames. But personally, I shoot for 60 FPS, not 30 FPS. But if you wanted to play without frame gen, play at 30. If you wanted to play with frame gen, play at 60. And yeah, let's just go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, next up we have Borderlands 4, and this game got some serious flack for its optimization on launch, but Gearbox did crack down on it, and we are getting about 50-ish to 60-ish FPS here on the Xbox ROG Ally X at 1080p. Let's go ahead and go over our graphical settings really quick. That is not what I meant to click on. So here we're running on FSR balanced, and we also have frame generation enabled. And if I just go through here, we have everything on and around the lowest possible setting, if not off. So these are the settings if you want to recreate them yourself, playing at 1080p. But as I said, frame generation is on. And if I go back here, we have all of this set 1080p, no frame rate limiters or anything on. And our FOV is at 90. So let's just go ahead and run around here in the open world a little bit. I have not played this game, which is becoming a reoccurring theme for this video. I've not played this game in a while, but I was very addicted to it. As you can see, like I think I have some decent gear. But I want to get into a fight or something. I just have to remember to pay attention to the screen at the bottom and not the screen at the top, because the screen at the top is going to have insane input delay. And also, the games that I tested earlier in the video might be a little fuzzy and blurry. My bitrate was not high enough. I have since fixed that for this game, hopefully. So hopefully this game runs smooth enough. But we're just going to get into this fight here. All right, what's going on? Is there more? I don't really want to fight flying creatures the whole time, but... Dude, the Doom shotgun is so good. I'm glad that I got this. Dude, what the heck? Happy Mercenary Day? I don't even know what that is. I wanted to try to do all the side missions in this game, but then I just kind of put it down. I got a decent amount through it, though. At least I think I did. But yeah, it's running okay. I bet you would get a higher FPS, obviously, playing at like 720p compared to 1080p. Like, wow, I am whiffing shots right now. Like crazy. This is really hard to aim with. But, I mean, we're getting like 50-ish FPS. I do want to move into another part of the map because I'm in the snowy area right now. I want to move back down to where it's less snowy, see how it runs out in the... what was that place called? I don't even remember the name of the place on the map. Let's open the map. Yeah, as you can see, like, I made a lot of progress going through. Like, I did everything down here. I think the Fade Fields or something like that. I did everything. So if I, like, click on a location, I've done all the collectibles and activities and missions in all of these areas down here. I started working through up here next. So, like, I've done everything right here. I've done everything in here. Almost everything in there. There's one collectible that... actually, no, I have everything in there. And everything up here, too? Really? No, there's one collectible that I'm missing from up here. Okay. And then over here, I still have more of this to work on, too. But, like, I was working on 100%ing the game, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. Not that I dislike it. I just... other things came out. We got a lot of good games last year. So let's go ahead and fast travel. I'm going to see how long this takes. Because for me personally, in my game on my computer with a 4090 and everything in it, this process takes, like, no time at all. But it looks like the shaders are compiling right now. But I want to see what our FPS looks like in the Fade Fields. Because this is the starting area of the game. So if you pick this up to play on the Ally X, this is where you'll load into. And these shaders are taking a minute to load. And this sound is kind of obnoxious. So I might cut to when it's done. Yeah, so that process was not fast. Like, even a little bit at all. But item of the day. Ooh. Ooh, frames are not looking great right now. And I'm feeling some... input delay, I think. Yeah, dude, our FPS just dropped off being out here. So in the Fade Fields, we're getting about 50-ish FPS. So I wonder how much more consistent the FPS would get if I dropped the resolution down to 720p from 1080p. So I might do that really quick. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. So options. Let's drop this down to 1280 by 720. Apply. I don't know if this is going to break my recording. It did not break my recording. Cool. And on a screen as small as the screen on the Ally X, 720p is just fine. If you're watching this on a TV or something, this might not look great. On my monitor, this doesn't look great. But on a handheld gaming device, this is fine. And we just went from like barely 60 FPS up to an absolutely smooth and playable 70 to 80 frames. So if you play Borderlands 4 on the Ally X, play it at 720p, because this still looks fine in my opinion, and especially if you're playing it on the small screen. And this is so much more playable. It's like night and day. Dude, I forgot about that ability. And I can do it twice as well because of my, I don't even remember, my class mod or something. Yeah, dude, this is making me want to play more of this game. The hate that this game got for the things that Randy Pitchford said stacked on top of the performance of the game at launch, hate was justified, but I do genuinely feel like they have turned the optimization around because I'm getting like a playable FPS on a handheld gaming PC. I am biased. I am a fan of Gearbox. I have a family member who's a close friend with the office manager at Gearbox, and I might be getting a tour of the studio, and they've been to dinner at Randy Pitchford's house. So, you know, I might be a little biased here, but I do like the Borderlands franchise. But this is running a lot better than I thought it would, considering the disastrous launch state of the game. So, whoa. Oh, my mouse caught onto my FPS tracker there. Did you see that? I can't aim or anything when my mouse is up in the top left. That's wonky. Let's just hit him with a pop. Yeah, so with this, I recommend 720p frame generation and FSR on balanced. Low settings across the board. It still looks okay. Doesn't look great, but it plays pretty smoothly. So Borderlands 4 on the ROG Xbox Ally X, surprisingly, if you're willing to turn the settings down, runs pretty good. All right, next up we have Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through the settings here. We have our FSR on 2.1 on balanced. We have our FSR 3.1 frame generation enabled. No ray tracing whatsoever. Our crowd density is low. And if you just want to look at the rest of these settings here, everything's pretty much on medium and low across the board. These are custom settings that I set. I had to restart my game a few times to get everything configured correctly. But now we're getting a decent like 80-ish FPS out of Cyberpunk 2077 on the ROG Xbox Ally X, which for a game of this scale is really cool. CDPR has done wonders with the optimization for this game, and it really shows in situations like this. So I've been itching to replay this. This is probably next after I finish my playthrough of... I'm playing through a lot of games right now, and I need to finish Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I also need to finish Baldur's Gate 3, and I need to finish my modded first-person playthrough of Ghost Recon Wildlands. And then I'll probably resume Assassin's Creed Origins and pick up Cyberpunk 2077 to go alongside that on top of Hytale. So I'm playing a lot of things right now, but just walking around here in the city streets, checking out this dude making some kebabs, you know, it's pretty cool. What is this? It's nothing. But yeah, just running around here. I mean, the game is running pretty okay. So let's see if we can get into some combat here. Let's loose a few rounds. Anybody to fight? I want to get into some combat to see. Oh, here we go. Oh, my controls aren't set. Oh, my controls aren't set at all. If all else fails, melee. Where did you go? Stop it. Get some help. Yeah, dude, this is running like really well. What's the crouch button by default? Is it? It's C? Okay. So if I hold C while I slide. Oh, okay. I can't shoot you. How do you slide? Left control? Oh, we got a big gathering of people right here. Let's get some grenades in. How do I throw grenades? Oh, that didn't do anything. That one kind of did. All right, we got enemies like crazy right here. I feel like kind of a monster for what I just did a little bit. Man, dude. The input latency is real. Are you the last one? I want to play this game with like a realism mod that makes enemies less of a bullet sponge. I've been thinking about making a video, maybe like a video essay or something, about how whenever you're playing a first-person shooter game and you can shoot somebody like 30 times and they don't die, that just kills immersion for... Oh. What am I trying to do here? Holster my weapon? How do I do that again? We're just gonna run. Oh, okay, look. I was trying to leave. You are to blame for that, not me for causing all the violence. It's your fault for wanting to to capture me for it. Come on. Oh, no, you don't see it. The way that car immediately hit the brakes. Look, man, there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I don't have a shotgun. What are you talking about? All right, let's just keep running. We should be fine here. Yeah, but running through the open world here in Cyberpunk 2077 on the ROG Xbox Ally X, we're getting like 80 FPS. To me, that's pretty crazy. I remember this game also being kind of broken at launch. I mean, everybody remembers Cyberpunk being broken at launch. What am I talking about? But, I mean, the fact that you can play it on a handheld like this and have it run pretty smoothly is impressive. I want to get some driving done. Oh, they saw me. Look, guys, I just want to lose the authorities personally and move on with my day. So let's just not attack me, please. Let's just stop. Oh, man. Oh, man, the input latency is crazy. Look, guys, I don't want to fight you. I just want to drive around, if that's cool. So we're just going to pretend like that didn't happen. And I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to call this thing. Look, let's stop. Okay. It didn't have to come to that. It doesn't have to come to this. But guys, I just want to take a little joyride around the city, okay? This is not against the law. So we're just going to keep driving around. I've done nothing wrong. I don't know what you're shooting at me for. What the hell? Dude. Oh, man. Look, guys, I am being pit maneuvered by a civilian right now. Yo, hold on. Hold on. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I would like to apologize. What did Logan Paul say that one time? I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment or something like that. Did y'all see the picture of Jake Paul after that fight, by the way? Bro's jaw is gone. But guys, I'm just going to be on my way. I'm going to head towards the industrial district. Everything's fine. I haven't done anything wrong. You have no proof. Dude, this game's just fun. Uh-oh. Hey, whoa, I'm sorry. That's a Terminator. What the hell is that thing? Look. Look, I'm just gonna be on my way. No. Everything is okay. I'm just gonna get out of my car. What the hell? Who are you? I'm not a terrorist. I just want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore, Cyberpunk. This is probably stupid. We're gonna get some high ground. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Hold on. Maybe I can follow some pipes and get out of here. What's the play? Probably just doing this. They see me, but I don't know if they can get to me. Ooh, I don't want to go down on that pipe. We're just going to follow the pipe. Yeah, they've lost me. They don't expect the pipes. It's like all the movies. Nobody ever looks up. Yeah, I lost the cops. Look at that. See, I'm a professional Cyberpunk player. All you have to do is go up and the cops lose you. I really hope this game isn't too loud because it sounds incredibly loud for me. Yeah, see? There's no way they don't see me up here in their rearview mirrors or anything, but you know. Classic video game logic. I was wanted by the authorities and then I left their field of vision and then all of a sudden my crimes don't matter anymore. So now I can do this. Oh, you're gonna do what now? All right, let's get down there. I just bumped into my mouse pad, or off of my mouse pad. Hold on. That was not the right series of words. Hey. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Cyberpunk is definitely playable on the ROG Xbox Ally X with the settings that I showed earlier. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, next up we have Minecraft Java Edition here. It's going to take a second to load into the game here. What in the holy spawn, by the way? You guys saw that load in right in front of an abandoned nether portal. Okay, hold on. My controls are all out of whack, though. Okay, I've gone ahead and set up my controls. We have VSync off here. I've increased my FOV. Is there a chest? There is a chest. What do we get? Dude, okay. A piece of obsidian, a golden sword, and half a set of gold armor right off of spawn is insane luck for me. And a gapple, by the way. And an enchant. Is this an enchanted hoe? Dude, everything. Oh, my helmet has Curse of Vanishing. But everything. So half a stack or half a set of enchanted armor. Like right off rip. And a piece of obsidian. And a golden apple. That's crazy. I just randomly loaded up a world for this video. But as you can see, Minecraft runs very, very, very well. Obviously, Java Edition doesn't have controller support, but Bedrock Edition does, and they run basically the same. But I just wanted to load up into Java because Java is what I usually play. I don't play that much Bedrock Edition. And the changes are subtle between the two, but there are enough of them that it just feels a little bit weird to me. We also have a crazy like cave right here too. Yeah, look at this, man. Right off rip. I don't want to fall down there and die, though. Man, see, this is what I like about Hytale. In Hytale, I'd be able to climb up that. In Minecraft, I can't. So, I'm already missing Hytale right now. Like, I still can't get out of this in Minecraft. In Hytale, I can. Minecraft, I can't. Like, Hytale is starting to feel a little bit more intuitive and just more fun to play than Minecraft. Hello, sheep. I'm going to kill you now. I need some wool. I don't want to kill you. You will drop the same color wool. There we go. Do we have enough for a bed? We almost do. We get one more, but I will get you for your mutton. Oh, maybe not. But dude, this seed looks pretty cool though. This is another thing that I like about Hytale. Hytale has the tree chopping mod in by default. But I mean, no surprise to anybody, I don't think. Minecraft runs incredibly well on the ROG Xbox Ally X. I don't think anybody expected this to not run well. It's Minecraft. This game's been out for so long, and it usually runs well on everything. Now, if I threw some shaders on, my performance would probably drop, but I don't mind testing that. I just have to load up my Curse Forge to do that. But now we have enough for a bed as well. So let me get this guy right here. Just load up on some mutton, get some food. Does this have looting on it? No, it just isn't breaking. Yeah, dude, this is a wild sea. I've never spawned right. Is that a village? I see a village. So a village and an abandoned nether portal right off rip. Yeah, dude, and that's like a decent sized village too. What in the world? I like this seed. I don't know how to find out what the seed is, but if you guys can let me know how to do that. If anybody wants the seed, I can drop it in the comments or something. But dude, look at that. Hay bales. I'm set on food. Look at emeralds, dude. Look at, I am balling. I'm Mr. Man. I am Mr. Moneybags. I've got gold. I've got emeralds. I haven't even playing for 5 minutes. Like, I haven't been playing for 5 minutes. This all just happened. Like, huh? Is there a chest in here? Is that a brewing stand? Holy moly. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, I think this is a good spawn, I think. I don't know. Any Minecraft experts, let me know. Is this good luck? 2 saddles? Bunch of wheat seeds. I can start a farm now. I have that golden hoe. What do we got in here? More emeralds. See, look at that, dude. I am made of money already. It's just started. Am I going to eat raw meat? Probably, yeah. I'm surprised that this doesn't give you sickness in Minecraft. Like, you can just eat raw meat. Was that a waste of 3 pieces of beef? Yeah, probably. There's a grindstone in there, too. Dude, this village just keeps going. This is the weirdest farm I've ever seen, by the way. We got a little ding, 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 ding. You know, we got the bell. Oh, hello. Dude, a blast furnace? Like, come on. And a smoker? Okay, actually, I can use this to cook up some, not, imagine cooking some dirt in the smoker. That's not what I meant to do. It doesn't let you do that anyway. Smoke up some meats. Dude, look at this. Some cooked mutton. You guys like my villager impression? I think it's pretty I think it's pretty good. But yeah, Minecraft, to nobody's surprise, runs incredibly well on the ROG Xbox Ally X. So let's throw some shaders on and see what that does. So with BSL shaders on minimum here, we're actually still getting a decently playable frame rate of about 78. I didn't realize you could change the actual profile of BSL shaders like that. So that's really cool. So lightly modded Minecraft. This is not anything crazy. This is just like vanilla plus. But lightly modded Minecraft with shaders can run at 1080p at over 70 FPS on the ROG Xbox Ally X. That to me is pretty impressive, because I know Minecraft shaders breaks a lot of people's like gameplay experience. Shaders are very difficult to run, but the Ally X at 1080p can run it at above 70. Most of the time, it looks like above 80 FPS on the ROG Xbox Ally X. That's crazy to me, because when I tested this, I played at 3440 by 1440, and I also didn't realize you could turn the shader preset down. So I was playing at maxed out shader settings, so obviously that wouldn't work. I expected that to be a ravine. But yeah, Minecraft shaders running on the ROG Xbox Ally X on lightly modded Minecraft through Minecraft Java. Works, getting about 80 FPS pretty consistently. This is honestly pretty cool to me. But we gotta move it on to the next game. So let's go from Minecraft to whatever's next. All right, so next up we have Far Cry 4, and for some reason I cannot get the FPS cap removed from this game, and so we're gonna just shoot for a target of 60 FPS. So if I go to the video settings here, 60 FPS, if I try to move it, my only options are 50 or 60 for some reason. VSync is off. Graphics quality, I just dropped that down from high to medium, and advanced settings look like this. I'm actually going to drop our FOV a little bit as well because I don't want it to be too high. And if we look at the quality settings here, this is what they're looking like. So let's just go ahead and close out of this and see what our performance is. So this is medium settings here in Far Cry 4 on the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X. And it looks like we're getting 40 to 50 FPS at 1080p, which is kind of strange to me. This game is like over 10 years old at this point. I haven't played this in so long. I don't think I actually ever finished Far Cry 4. I have finished every Far Cry game that I've ever played except for 4. I haven't finished 2 either. I think 4 and 2 are the only ones that I haven't rolled credits on. So I might get to those at some point, especially because I'm snowed in right now. I might as well just beeline through a Far Cry game because these games aren't that big. But, I mean, Far Cry 6 was. And I have no idea what they're doing for Far Cry 7. I haven't heard anything. But I remember one of the oldest videos I actually have on YouTube on a channel that I think I privated the video. But it was a video of me like doing speculation about what I believe Far Cry 4 would be. And I remember I used the old Elgato capture card. If you guys like have been doing YouTube for a while as a hobby or professionally, like when I say old Elgato capture card, you'll know what I mean. I'll put a picture of it up on screen if I remember to. It's a throwback, dude. And that's what I used for my videos. And I used this crappy old HP touchscreen Windows 8.1 laptop to be able to like render. So I would go out of my Xbox 360 into the capture card, out of the capture card into the laptop. And that's how I would record all my old videos. Did I just get aim assist on? Wait a second. Oh, that's an innocent civilian. Oops. Yeah, my bad. Did I just get aim assist though? So I'm going to aim above it? Okay. Whoa. Oh, somebody took the car. Oh, this guy's just getting mauled to death. I'm about to be getting mauled to death. I am no longer going to be mauled to death. Can I skin it? Yeah. Is this when they gave you the... Yeah, Far Cry doesn't do this anymore. Man. Yeah, I need to take the time to actually play through Far Cry 4. I forgot how pretty... Is that a freaking elephant? I forgot how pretty this game was. But we're not getting 60 frames for some reason, even though this game is nowhere near as graphically demanding as other games that we've tested. Like Cyberpunk ran better than this. This game is pretty, but there's not more going on in this than there is in Cyberpunk. So I'm going to see what I can do here to try to fix this. We're going to drop our settings down from medium to low. See if that does anything. Does that get us around the 60 FPS target? Dude, no. It's still basically running the same. Is this the weird thing where the lower settings are actually causing it to run worse? Let's bring it up to high. Dude, even at high, it's running about the same. It's a little worse, but it's about the same. Interesting. Are you friendly? Oh, you are. Oh, not anymore. Like, I'm sorry. Those guys were friendly rebels. Oops. Yeah, interesting. I don't know why this game... Let's try to drop the resolution maybe. So let's bring it from high down to medium and bring it from 1080p down to 720p. See what that does. Yes, we keep those settings. And let's see here. Does this give us a playable frame rate? Ooh, that feels a lot smoother. Still not a consistently locked 60 FPS, but it is. It's locked at 57 FPS. What is that? That's a bear. That is no longer a bear. Okay, yeah, that guy just watched that happen and just moved on with his day. Yeah, so at we're getting 67 frames right now. What in the world? I thought it was... So maybe... Huh? Is this game just not well optimized for modern hardware? What in the world? Can I have that car? Are they just going to keep driving? Yeah, they're just going to keep driving. Ambush! Ambush! Yeah, so I guess this game is just not well optimized for modern hardware because I dropped it down to 720p. And even if I like increase the graphical setting, increase the resolution, decrease the resolution, decrease the graphical settings, it still runs about the same. It just is not capable of hitting 60 FPS, which is weird because this game is old. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but let's try to get some driving in here too. So keep in mind, we're at 720p now. We're not at 1080p anymore. I don't know if that music's copyrighted. I might have to mute that section. So I had to mute the section with the car because I didn't know if that music was copyrighted or not. But like, it doesn't matter what I do. This game is just not running very well, which is a shame. Do I have to? I do. Okay, that would have been really funny if I didn't. Let's just get some wingsuiting into. Yeah, it just seems like this game can't hit 60 FPS for some reason, no matter what I do to it. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. But if you're going to play Far Cry 4 on the ROG Xbox Ally X, I guess just cap your frame rate to 45 or 30 or something. Because it's just, or maybe 50, but it cannot seem to do a consistent 60 FPS. So let's go ahead and just move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have GTA 5. Let me just go ahead and pull up the settings here. We are currently playing as Trevor, which might not be the best idea for a YouTube video that I want to monetize, but we're at 1080p. It says 60 hertz, but VSync is off. And once again, it says 60 hertz because I'm playing on a 60 hertz monitor. Graphics preset is set to high, and I haven't really messed with anything beyond that. So as you can see, frame generator's off. I didn't even know GTA 5 had frame gen. And yeah, it's on pretty high settings all across the board. This is an older game. It came out in 2013, so it doesn't surprise me. But I've actually played a fair amount of this in handheld mode on the Xbox Ally X. And I've been really enjoying my time with it. I really do enjoy this game. But I know one thing's for sure, for the sake of this video, I need to go to my audio here. Radio stations, radio off. Self radio. Okay. Just music volume needs to go all the way down so we don't get any copyright strikes here. So I think we're good. But I just don't want to risk any copyright strikes. So we can go ahead and get in our truck here. And as I said, I've been playing this in handheld mode, but I do really enjoy this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I've been recently replaying through the story because hopefully we're going to be getting GTA 6 this year. It's not an actual guarantee, but hopefully we will be getting GTA 6 this year. And if we do, I will definitely be playing that. Now, it's probably going to launch on consoles first and then eventually make its way to PC, just like GTA 5 did and Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm still surprised that RDR 1 is on PC now. It took so long to get that game on PC, but it's here. You can actually pick up and play Red Dead 1 on PC. And while I'm not testing that in today's video, I've got a feeling it'll run great on that. Looked like Franklin's car. Oh, man. Oh, all the damage to my vehicle. Oh. But I remember when GTA 5 first came out, there was no first-person mode or anything. And now we have a full-fledged, like, actually integrated, I'm doing a great job of driving here, first-person mode in Grand Theft Auto 5. But 1080p high settings, we're getting about 60-ish FPS. Oh, what's going on over here? We got a dynamic encounter. Oh, we got the bank truck. Dude, we got to do the bank truck. We're just going to casually follow it here for a second. What in the world? Yeah, what? Are you going to run that light? Oh, you are going to run that light, which means I'm also going to run the light. Got you under the highway. See if I can just... floor it. The little beeps in reverse. Okay. Oh, he's using the door for cover, man. Okay, he's dead. The other one. Okay, got him. Okay, I gotta be quick with it. No, just give me a normal grenade. See if that does it. Okay, give me the money, give me the money. Oh, my car is gonna blow up. Uh-oh, this complicates things. But guys, I need your car. No hard feelings, okay? No hard feelings. I just need your car. I just I just need the vehicle. Nothing to... I can't go that way. Sure, you can save it. I'm in the middle of driving. I hate it when that happens. Can I kill the sirens? Oh, that's the cinematic camera. Okay, I can kill the sirens. I need to get onto the highway right there. In a very GTA way. And we need a... Ooh, dude, that was such a near miss. Holy moly. And we just gotta go. I don't know how much money I just made. I didn't pay attention to the... Uh-oh. Oh, they're totally not gonna not see me, right? Oh, yeah, they said... Wait, what? They're totally not gonna... English is not working for me today. Maybe I just need to go to bed and try tomorrow. I mean, it almost is... Oh, did I just drive over road spikes? Wait a second. Huh? I think I just drove over road spikes. I didn't even know those were in the game. Look, we're just... Oh, that's a wall. Okay. Can we off-road without tires? Probably not. That cop just hit a wall. Excuse me, guys, coming through. Let me turn on the reds and blues, maybe. Oh, I can't turn at all. Oh, this thing's falling apart. Thread the needle. Oh, man. We got some air. This is not okay. That is not what I wanted to happen. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Look, listen, okay? This is not going to plan. I gotta get out. Oh, this is not okay. Oh, my car's toast. My car's toast. My car's toast. I think I'm toast, guys. I don't think I'm getting out of this. Yeah, there's... I was surrounded, dude. GTA 5 is just such a fun time to just mess around. I can't wait for GTA 6. But we're getting about 60-ish FPS. It shot up to 77 there. But let's see if we can lower some settings and get a more stable frame rate here. So let's go to settings. Because when I play this in handheld mode, I play it in 720p because the screen's so small I don't care. But let's drop it down from, if I can go to graphics, drop it down from high to medium, apply changes. In order for these to apply, a game must be restarted. Oh, never mind. So GTA 5 high settings, we're getting, 60-ish FPS. It's definitely playable. It feels smooth. This game is just so much fun. But let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so next up we have HITMAN. We are at 1920 by 1080, of course, with VSync off. And the following settings down here, pretty much everything is on medium with a little bit of low and high mixed in there too. But if you want to recreate these settings, you can. This is what my device defaulted to when I opened up the game. So let's just go ahead and start playing. Forget about the sense of scale in this mission, dude. The last time I played this game was in VR too, so it's weird to see it in flat screen. Am I supposed to... Where do I go again? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to drop down. That's right. Yeah, dude, this game is pretty though, and we're getting about like 60 something FPS right now, so that's a weird climbing button. This game's a lot of fun to play in VR, so I'm thinking about maybe doing some of that again because it is honestly a good time. Hold I? Oh, you. I'm gonna have to change that if I ever plan to play this, like actually play this. And it's weird because this game technically has a first-person mode when played in VR, but if you play the game like this, you're stuck in third person the whole time. It would be cool if they added like an actual first-person camera. Okay, so I'm curious to see once I get up into the crowd and everything that's up here, how my frames will look. Because right now the frame rate's good, but not much is happening on the screen, so there's not much to render. So as I leave this curtained area, change into my suit real quick, Smooth transition. So I'm going to go straight to the balcony up here, and I'm just going to see, like, with all this lighting and everything, the frame rate is already starting to tank as I go up the stairs. You see that graph? Holy moly. So, yeah, the crowd and everything is putting an impact on our frames. We lost about, like, 10-ish FPS there. So, I mean, this is playable so far. You absolutely can play this, and I kind of just want to become a menace, but I have to do that tactically. I need to be able to get to a spot where I can eliminate a guard and then get a weapon and then cause some chaos and see how it runs during the chaos. So, because I know you're supposed to be like stealthy and blend in this game, but sometimes it's fun to not do that, Sometimes it's fun to just be an absolute menace. So let's get somewhere that I'm not supposed to be, get followed by a guard. Oh yeah, like right here.
Excuse me. What are you doing here?
Hi. I don't know how to, like, not have this equipped. Did I just drop this? How do I just punch you? How do I just, how do I just punch you? What? I'm clicking every button on my mouse and nothing's starting a brawl. Yo, it's Q. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. I figured out the button. Oh, there's like, yo, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm supposed to press specific buttons. Look, 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 look. I didn't do anything. What am I doing here? I want to change costumes. So they're already like actively shooting at me. Yo, hold on. Can we not? Can you don't? They're throwing grenades and flashbangs at me. Dude, how did I die right there? I didn't even hear a shot. I just collapsed. I just want to be able to shoot things and cause chaos and see how the game handles that personally. But this game's still fun. Oh, like, look at that. Already, I have a pew-pew. I have a gun. I hated every moment of myself saying pew-pew, by the way. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. But, oh, yeah. Look at this place, by the way. This is a good testing environment for this game. I'm getting about, like, 40 frames right now. I need to move my mouse away from that. I think it's very annoying that my mouse can end up here even though I'm full screen in a game. Alright, I hear a voice somewhere. I thought it came from in here, but I guess... Oh, hello. Look. Makes me feel like James Bond. Compromised. I guess I was doing some chaos here last time I played this game. It's a dead end. Nothing to worry about. This is like a horror game where I'm the monster, guys. You see the light glistening off of his bald head? Okay, there we go. These guys can actually fight back. Makes me feel less. Holy crosshair, by the way. God, this gun is so quiet. How do I disguise? I'm already wearing the disguise? I guess I'm already wearing the disguise. Oh, here's a different disguise. Yeah, now they have no idea who I am. Ooh, can I get in here? I can. Cool. What is this area for? Is there anything cool happening over here? No, there's not. Alright, I'm starting to feel like a little bit of a monster for the way that I'm playing this game. But 007, this is not 007. Wow, I'm very excited for that game if you can't tell. Hitman runs pretty well here on the ROG Xbox LAX. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next game. Alright, y'all, next up we have House Flipper 2. Looking at the settings here, we are playing on low settings with FSR set to quality. So here are all the graphical settings here. And if I look at display, we are at 1080p. Full screen, VSync off, and unlimited frames. And I don't believe I actually scrolled through all the graphic settings, so let's make sure we get that all included here. So if you want to look at these settings to recreate my game, you can. But it doesn't seem like this game runs very well. So I'm just going to kind of give you a tour of the house that I never really finished working on in this game. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and run through this as if I'm giving you like a little property tour, I guess. I don't know. I have nothing planned. There's not much gameplay here unless you're actually like flipping houses, but we're getting about 60 FPS inside the house, which is nice. We are getting some crazy screen tearing, so you might want to play this at like 30, 40 FPS with VSync on. But here in the living space, you know, we got a little couch. Very narrow walkway here. Don't really know what I was thinking. Got a TV on the wall with some floating shelves. Got some gaming accessories. A gaming PC on the floor. I don't know what I was thinking there. A little TV cabinet. So nice little entertainment gaming setup right there. We got a little robot vacuum cleaner in the corner on the floor. Now, entering the kitchen, you have a 4-burner stove with an oven right underneath it. Got a nice sink for some yummy tap water. Got a microwave right here, which we can turn on with it open, which doesn't seem safe. And a nice little corner refrigerator. Now coming into this room right here, we actually have our laundry for the house. Let's turn the lights on in here. And we have a washer dryer hookup with a laundry basket. And I should have had this door open the other way, not into the laundry room. I don't know why this doesn't just open out into the garage. But here in my garage, just bought this brand new Lamborghini here. Fun to drive up in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. But yeah, there's the garage. Also, that meme is 10 years old, I think, at this point, which makes me just feel ancient. Under here, we have a nice, interesting understairs toilet. Try not to hit your head after you get up from taking a dump because you forgot that the stairs were right above you, and just hope nobody falls through the stairs at any point as well. I really don't know what I was thinking with the layout of this house. That should have been the laundry room. But if we continue with some awful screen tearing here, holy moly, we make it up to the second story. Now here is my office, the most complete and furnished room in the whole house, because of course that's what I spent the most time on when I was playing this. Gaming PC, triple monitor setup, TV mounted above, a couple guitars, because if you don't know this about me, I do in fact play guitar. I've been playing since I was 11 years old. I'm 26 now, so I've been playing for quite a while. Moving down the hall on your left, I believe we have a nice little guest bedroom here. Let's go ahead and close the door, turn on the light. We're getting about 60 frames in this room. Cozy little bed, tight space, but we got some cabinetry, smoke alarm up there, and that is not fully painted. What was I doing when I was playing this, dude? I don't even remember. Coming in here to the upstairs bathroom, which is not even anything at the moment. And then we have the master bedroom with a bed that actually looks a lot like the one that I have, which I think was the point when I was laying this out. A nice little TV on the wall with some fun shows you could watch while lying down in bed. It looks like we have a mini split. Oh, no, that's just a wooden beam. Dude, what? I need to redesign everything here. And then we have an upstairs bathroom. But ladies and gentlemen, there's not much really to show here in the performance of this game. So let's try to maybe get to a job site and see if that changes the performance at all. So we're going to just deal with this massive screen tear. But yeah, let's go here. I own another house. Okay, yeah, let's go to my other property. Maybe I bought this to flip it because, this game is called House Flipper. If I didn't say that already. But yeah, it looks like I was furnishing this house to sell or something. This is laid out. Ew, I don't like that color wall. This is laid out a lot better. I think this was preloaded with the game. Seriously. I'm sorry, why is there one random, teal accent wall? What? I don't think I did that. I think that spawned like that. And if I did that, I need to never play this game again. Where's your refrigerator? Dude, okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm thinking too much about this video game, man. It's not that deep. But House Flipper, I would recommend turning VSync on to avoid the screen tearing. So we're just going to do that really quick and see how much it helps. So display VSync on. This is the kind of game that if you're getting 60 FPS stable, that's fine. Screen tearing seems to be basically gone. 60 FPS stable here. This is not the kind of game where you need super high fidelity or super high frame rates. You're just flipping houses. This game's a good time, but overall, I have no idea what's happening with this house here. I didn't even show you guys the backyard of my other house. I don't even remember what I did back there, if anything at all. But yeah, House Flipper 2, playable, but just keep it locked at 60. And yeah, let's move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Immortals Fenyx Rising. Now, this is a game that I've actually been meaning to take the time to play through. I just haven't really given it the time yet. But what I have played so far, I do really enjoy. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our graphical settings here. So go to Options. We are running everything at 1080p. This, because I have the monitor that only goes up to 60 hertz, it looks like it's going beyond it, but I do not have VSync on. And if we go over, our FPS limiter is disabled. Resolution modifier is at 100%. Field of view is at 85. If we go over to our actual graphical settings here, I have it on the quality preset of low across the board. So this is the default low quality preset. So let's just go ahead and jump into the gameplay here. Now this game is like Assassin's Creed with a Percy Jackson coat of paint almost. And I don't know if this is the correct mythology for that. I admittedly have not watched the Percy Jackson show. But I believe you run, yes, by holding X and these little twirly things. So this is a playthrough that I recently started, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago on the ROG Xbox LAX. So I have actually played this on the device, and it runs pretty okay. Now, I play at 720p to get closer to 60 FPS, but we are testing pretty much every game today here in 1080p. But we're getting a solid 50 at 1080p. which means if you scale down to 720, as I recall with my own personal experience with this game, you'll get closer to 60 frames. But I do want to try to get into some shenanigans and some fights here. I mean, this game, it's very inspired by Breath of the Wild. Right, this was, it was originally called Gods and Monsters, I believe, but they had to rename it because Monster Energy people would use this game for their path for Monster Energy. As if you were Gods and Monsters. I don't know. You guys remember that controversy. I don't remember exactly how it played out, but I do remember there being a controversy with this game. It looks like the game's actually a little too loud. So I'm going to drop the volume of it down a little bit here. But, I mean, this game runs pretty good here. We're getting about 50 FPS at 1080p. And as I said, if you drop the overall resolution down from 1080 to 900 or 720p, you'll get a higher frame rate out of this game. So let's just go ahead. Do I have the glider yet? I don't know how to do that. I don't think I have the glider. Ouch, fall damage. I always think it's super goofy that a very arcadey, cartoony game like this has fall damage. I'm pretty sure you can break your fall with the wings. But there is a way to like do a paraglider akin to Breath of the Wild. I just don't exactly remember how to do that. I don't know if I have it unlocked. So this is a pretty early save. Let's try the arrows, the bow. These will do a lot of damage. I remember this game having because this is a single player game. I don't think there's any co-op. I was pressing B's the dodge button, right? Oh, X is the dodge button. Okay. Like I was pressing B. B's not the dodge button. That explains a lot. But if I go ahead and open up the map really quick, yeah, or the options menu. There's a store in a single player game. I mean, this stuff's free. I'll mess around with this later. I don't want to spend time looking at the store. But my point was, there's a store in the single-player game. I won't buy anything with actual money, but if the game gave me free money, I'm not going to not use that. Free money's free money. But, I mean, this is definitely playable here on the ROG Xbox Ally X, and I'm having a good time just running around in this game. Because this game kind of got forgotten. A little bit like Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is another game I'm going to be testing later on in this video. And I have been loving my time with models first-person Ghost Recon Wildlands. I can't see past that tree, guys. If you remember my second most recent video, aside from the review of the ROG Xbox Ally X, which if you haven't seen my review for this thing, go ahead and check it out if you plan on picking one up. But I made a video about first-person Ghost Recon Wildlands and how they did a lot of it on PC. That's pretty easy to set up and not super demanding. And you can play Ghost Recon Wildlands in first person, which just adds an extra layer of immersion to already such a good and underrated game. I know I'm not a classic Ghost Recon fan, so maybe more OG Ghost Recon fans aren't fans of Wildlands, but I personally really enjoyed Wildlands. And I've actually never rolled credits. I really have a bad habit of picking up games and never finishing them, man. But those Steam sales, they get me every season. It's really hard not to get in and buy a bunch of games on a Steam sale. It's like, is this the same thing I've been fighting? How does it look different? It still sucks. Oh, there's two of them. Hold on. Oh, there's three of them. Hold on. Wait a minute. I kind of don't want to fight these guys. I saw something up here. That's what I think it is, and I think that it might be... Whoa, did I just go into first person? What the heck? That's not what I thought it was. I'm pressing the wrong dodge button again. I pressed X right there. Ouch. Okay, so I did not break my fall damage there. Okay, let's lock in. Let's kill these guys. I'm too sporadic with my movement. I'm not like concentrated enough because I'm focused more on my dialogue and just kind of running around in the actual gameplay itself, which is a fault of mine when recording these videos. I mean, look at how pretty that is, man. You can't tell me that's not pretty. Even though if you're watching this on a TV, it might not look super great blown out, but like, this is pretty, dude. This game is just, it's a pretty game. And if you haven't played it yet, I believe it goes on sale pretty frequently. And I do think it's worth checking out if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed formula and you enjoy the art style of Breath of the Wild. It's basically, this game's like those two games combined. But I will say, Gods and Monsters, formerly now Immortals Fenyx Rising, is pretty good. I was about to say Immortals of Avium. I also kind of forgot about that game, but that game wasn't really good. I don't think it was at least. This game's pretty good. But yeah, let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. But if you wanted to play this, I would play it at 900p low settings, 60 hertz locked, and you can probably get a pretty enjoyable experience out of this game. So let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now this is personally my favorite game of 2025. I'm actually going to go into the sound settings here really quick and turn the music down a little bit so I don't have to hear all that while I'm recording a video. But if we look at our graphics settings here, we are playing at 1080p, VSync is off, and resolution scaling is at FSR 3.1 on performance. And we do have motion blur on. And looking at our advanced graphics settings, we have everything on low across the board. So let's test out KCD2. Now, as I was saying, this is my personal game of the year for 2025. I absolutely adore this game. And while I'm not done with it yet, I think almost done. I've put a lot of time. I will put a light spoiler warning in for this section if you haven't finished this game, because I am, spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. I'm in the second region of the game in Kuttenberg now, and I've been in Kuttenberg for quite a while. If you've played through the game, no spoilers, please, but like taking a look at my journal right here, these are the main quests that I'm on, and then I'm also working my way through a bunch of these side quests as well. There's just so much to this game, and I absolutely love it. But we are in Kuttenberg right now, so running around here in the open fields a little bit, and then I'm going to go into the city. But running around here in the open fields, we're getting about 80 FPS right now, 70 to 80, high 70s, low 80s at night here. Dipped down to 74 there for a second, but this game is so well optimized that I can continue my playthrough whenever I'm traveling on the ROG Xbox Ally X. While this game does have controller support, I've not played it with controller, so I've been doing this whole video with a wireless mouse and keyboard. But you could technically play it just on the device with a controller. I just have no idea how to do that. And I also play this game with the unlimited saves mod, where you can press F5 to quick save. I don't have that installed right now, but that is typically how I do play this game, because I just could not be bothered to lose a couple hours of progress because one bandit came out of nowhere to fight me. So that's just my take. I know it's maybe a hot take, I don't know, but I couldn't be bothered to lose a bunch of progress. So running around here in this open field, we're getting, as I said, 70-ish, 80-ish FPS. So let's go ahead and fast travel up to Kuttenberg. And I might cut during the fast travel process because I don't know how long it's going to take. But let's go ahead and get out here and see how the game runs in a more populated area. Okay, we have a fight. I'm going to stop and fight, but I can't guarantee I will survive. Do I have any savior schnapps? I don't actually know if I do. Okay. Okay, hold on. I just want to put my torch away. Oh, man. Come on.
It fucking bit me.
Get in there, get some hits in. I got to pay attention to the other guy. I went too greedy on this one. Yeah, the other guy, I hit the block button though. There we go. The other guy got behind me, out of stamina. I haven't played this in a little while. Take a mutt. I can't see his health bar. Okay, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. His friend's behind me. I don't like that. I can hear his friend behind me. Okay, hold on. No. I got too greedy. See, I got too greedy on that one guy. Didn't pay attention to the guy behind me, and now I'm going to die. And this is why I like the unlimited saves mod, because, oh, I'm moving the thing. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I'm toast.
Don't dare bleed to death before I got you.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to go down without a fight. Oh, hold on. There's a chance I live. No! Come on, dude. That was so close. All right. I do want to get into Kuttenberg, though. All right. We have made it to Kuttenberg, and it does look like morning is upon us. I don't know, man. But I'm going to wait until the sun's a little bit more out, until it's a little bit brighter out. So let's do that process really quick. I do have this game installed on the SD card and not on the internal device, so everything loads a little bit slower compared to when I'm playing this on my game. Compared to when I'm playing this on my PC with an SSD. But here in daylight and Kuttenberg, the FPS does dip a little bit, but it looks like it's staying consistently above 60, which is nice. But let's go into an interior. I don't know. Let me wash myself off. Do I need to? Okay, no, I don't. Let's go into an interior. We are getting a little bit of screen tear, I think. It's nothing too crazy. because this isn't the kind of game where you'd be moving like super fast anyway. So let's go ahead and trade with this guy. Do I have anything that I need to sell? Any armor? Am I weighed down at all? You can see if you've played this game, I have a decent amount of coin because I pick up every single weapon and armor I can and sell it. So I've got a lot of good gear that I worked very hard for. And as I said, I do play this with the unlimited save mod, but that doesn't change the fact that I take my time and meticulously pick through every enemy that I kill to get the most valuable loot that I can get from them to sell, to be ballin'. And now I would say in KCD2, I am ballin' a little bit with like 17,000 coin. I don't know what that's converted to for today's money, but I'll do the math and put it up on screen if you are interested. But I mean, I think it's a lot. It probably is. But yeah, here in Kuttenberg, we're getting about 68 to 70 FPS. So it's about 10 FPS lower, but it's still absolutely playable. And this is like a main town area in the second half of the game. And as I said, I'm towards the end of it, I think. I do want to wrap my playthrough. Honestly, when I'm done with this video today, I might finish this game because I do want to finish it. But, I mean, it's running pretty well. So I would say KCD2 is definitely playable here on the Xbox ROG Ally X. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, next up we have No Man's Sky. Taking a look at our display and graphics settings here, we are at 1080p with VSync off. Resolution scaling is at 100%. We have a max FPS of 240, which is as high as I can get it to go. And our graphics are on standard with motion blur turned down and these additional options down here as you see them. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the game. Now, the story of No Man's Sky is something that everybody knows at this point, but I truly did live through it. Because when this game was first announced, and I have Instagram posts, I think, still to prove it, I was extremely excited. I was in high school. I was like 15, 16 years old, and I have always been fascinated by space. I wish I could explore space. I wish I was born at the time where if that becomes a possibility, I would be able to do it. And I mean, I was just born too early to explore space, which breaks my heart because it's totally something I would do. That would be my life path if it was an option. But sadly, realistically, it's not. So the closest I can get is a game like No Man's Sky. And when I heard the 18 quintillion planets, when I heard that there's going to be procedurally generated universe to the scale of an actual universe, I was extremely excited. Multiplayer, play with my friends and everything. I was hype. And then the game came out, and we all know the state that it launched in. And I stuck with it. I played it. I have some videos up on my other channel that I don't post to anymore talking about No Man's Sky. I was extremely hyped. I watched a YouTuber for a little bit. I can't recall his name, but he's specialized in No Man's Sky content. And I would watch every single one of his new uploads, awaiting No Man's Sky news. And Hello Games went silent for a while, and I kind of gave up. And then an update dropped, and then another update dropped, and then another update dropped, and then another update dropped. And they just kept dropping these massive, almost like DLC expansion level updates to completely overhaul the game absolutely for free. And as somebody who got in on day one, I had pre-ordered this game. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and I definitely want to take some time to return and do a full actual playthrough of this game at some point in the future, because they have really turned things around. And I played a lot of this game back in like 2020, but I haven't really played since, and it's been 6 additional years of updates to No Man's Sky. So this game has been going on for almost, I think, 10 years at this point, which is crazy. And they continuously update. So I think this year is the 10-year anniversary for No Man's Sky. And Hello Games did announce another game called Light No Fire, but we don't really know anything about that yet. So, oh my, yeah, this is a brand new save. I can't do much with the jetpack. Let's get some of this, though. But walking around here on this planet, we're getting about 60, 50-ish FPS, depending on what all's going on. So I kind of want to get to my ship, which I know I've probably been walking in the opposite direction of. And I want to get into space and do some flying around space and see how our performance is in the open galaxy and try to land on a planet. You know, get an actual test of this game done. So it's going to take a minute for me to walk to my ship. So I will see you guys when I get there. Okay, so I've made it back to the starship here. We're going to get a couple resources. We're going to get some carbon while we're on the planet. See how it reacts to mining. And it seems to be able to handle that just fine. We're still getting about 60 FPS. And just in case I need to make some launch thruster fuel, I might as well get a little bit of ferrite dust. I don't think I'll need to, but you never know until you get in your ship. So, is this? Okay, yeah, it is. So let's get just a little bit more ferrite dust. And do I see any of the blue crystals around me? I do. Okay. Well, let's check the launch thrusters. They do in fact have 61%, so I did not need to do that. Let's just go ahead and get in the ship. Now, I think this is the pre-order ship, if I recall. Let me get into my inventory here. Yeah, this is the pre-order ship. So let's go ahead and get some flight. I'm going to use controller for flying. And let's take off. So we're going to fly around a little bit in atmosphere here just to see how that runs. Do some flips. Dude, it's just so cool to me, man. I really wish this game could have launched like this and 6 years of updates, 10 years of updates on top of the state of the game as it's in right now. That would have been just absolutely amazing. But yeah, flying around in atmosphere here, we're getting around 50 to 60 FPS. The FPS seems to be pretty consistent, bouncing from mid to high 50s up to 60, sometimes going to mid 60s. But we're going to go ahead and jump into space here. All right, so a little Easter egg about No Man's Sky, by the way, because I actually had something get implemented into this game, which is crazy to think about. But when the game first came out, on controller, you could look around while in your cockpit like this. Whoa, huge lag spike right there, by the way. But you could look around like this on controller, but on mouse and keyboard, there was no way to look around in the cockpit and admire the view and like, oh, look at that planet. Nope, you were stuck looking in the direction of the front of the ship. So to look at that planet, I would have to do this and fly over and look at it playing with mouse and keyboard. So I actually sent Hello Games an email. And if I still have the email somewhere in my email account, I'll find it and put it up on screen. But I sent them an email saying, hey, on mouse and keyboard, there's no way to look around inside the cockpit like you can with controller. And swapping back to mouse and keyboard here, I told them, hey, you know, in the email, I said, what if you added the ability to hold Alt to look around? And if you hold Alt, you can look around. I sent them an email recommending that they add this to the game, and then it ended up in the game. And I don't know if that was because of my email or not, but dude, holy shit, that was so cool. So if I can find the email, I'll put it up on screen. But and this was like 10 years ago at this point. But I'm like, hey, you know, on mouse and keyboard, there's no way to look around in your ship. It would be cool if you added the ability to hold Alt like Arma, because in Arma, you can hold Alt and look over your shoulder. And then it ended up in the game. So I don't know if it was because of me or not, but I did send them an email recommending it, and then it happened almost immediately after. So that's pretty cool. Well, let's do some space travel over here to this space station. This segment's going on a little bit longer than the others. But here in hyperspace, in space, flying around, we're dipping down to like 30 FPS. But if we break out of the warp drive, it jumps back up to around like 70-ish. So honestly, with this kind of performance, I would lock the FPS on the ROG Xbox Ally X. I would probably play at 900p and with medium settings instead of low settings and lock it at 60 hertz. And you could probably get a really enjoyable experience out of No Man's Sky here. But let's go ahead and jump over to the space station now. So when we enter the warp drive, when things are moving a little fast, the FPS does tank. But that doesn't matter too much because this is basically just like a fancy little cutscene. But getting up to the space station here it is, and it looks like the entrance is on the other side, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. They did an update between when I last really played the game and now, where they made all the space stations look different, unique, and honestly just really cool. Hold on, that was the entrance right there. Come on. All right, let's get into the space station. And then also I want to fly into a planet's atmosphere as well to see how that performs. This game just has a lot more going on than some of the other games that I've tested. Ooh, that was a big dip right there. Okay, you see that on the graph? Holy moly. Okay, so we're in a space station here, so I'm going to get out. We're going to just walk around here. And yeah, I mean, in the space station, to no surprise, we're getting like similar FPS as we got on the planet. A little higher, a little bit more, but it's fluctuating. So as I said, 900p with a stable 60 FPS is probably how I would play this game. There's nothing on the space station that I'm really interested in at the moment, though. So we're going to go ahead and get back in our starship and fly into atmosphere. And I think there's a planet like right next to us. Yeah, that's an interesting looking ship, but I don't think I have the funds for that on a new playthrough. So we're going to just go ahead and get out of the space station here and head into the atmosphere of that other planet, which is, yeah, right here. Actually, no, this one's even closer. What am I doing? Oh, let's just go here. It looks like I've been here before, but we're going to land on this planet and check out how the game runs, entering atmosphere here. So we're about 30-ish FPS, dipping down to the mid-20s, but this is as the game's loading stuff in. And so as we get closer to the surface here, hiding through the loading screen, that is the clouds. Okay, and it jumps up to 40 FPS, and that is surface of planet right there. And we're getting about 40 to 50 frames. Okay, there's actually a lot going on right now. There's rain. Oh, I'm like right on top of the... Whoa. Thank God you can't crash your ship like for real in this game. This planet looks like it's almost mostly ocean. We're going to get over here. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, and we're going to land about right here. And as we land, the FPS is staying around 30 to 40 frames. So as I said, 900p at about 60 FPS with low to medium settings is probably how I would play this game. This music's getting incredibly loud, but No Man's Sky is definitely playable here on the ROG Xbox Ally X. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Palworld. Let's go ahead and look at our graphic settings here, and I move this down into the corner just so I can access the options a little bit easier. But our graphic settings, we're on a mixture of medium and low at 1920 by 1080. No frame rate limit. VSync is off. Motion blur is off. And we have these settings down here, as you can see. So let's just go ahead and move this back up into the corner. And when I play this, because I've actually played a decent amount of Palworld on the ROG Xbox Ally X, I play this at 720p to get closer to 60 frames. But here at 1080p, we're getting about 45-ish FPS. So I'm going to leave my base. There's actually a little place across right here where you can get into a little bit of action. So I don't actually have that many arrows, but let's see. Do I have the Ring of Mercy on? I do not. But shooting at some pals here, we're getting about 40-ish FPS. Is my inventory full? Oh, yeah, my inventory is completely full. Maybe I should be fine. I don't have that many arrows, but are there anybody in here? Is there anybody in here? There's nobody even in here. What the hell? Okay. Does that mean free loot? This place is supposed to spawn enemies to fight. Oh, this has already been looted. That's why there's nobody here. I guess I did this right before I logged off last time I played, which means the chest up here has also been looted. It's not even spawning. Yeah. So my friend and I built our base basically right next to where this spawns something. And it either spawns this big tower with loot, or it spawns like one of the smaller camps where you can rescue a captured pal. But unfortunately, it's not doing either of those things right now. So we're going to just go ahead and climb back up into the base here. This place is huge. We put walls all the way around it as well. This is our main base. As you can see, we have 16 pals right now. We haven't completely maxed out the workbench or anything yet, but it's an interesting base design. I built most of it, but it's built out of stone. There's wood on the inside, support pillars. You got our beds right there. Coming upstairs. Oh, it actually looks like the egg that I was incubating is done. Or not. It's still got 10 minutes left. Okay. But yeah, no, this place is pretty cozy. I did not decorate. She decorated, but I built the structure. So, you know, it looks okay. I think I did that. In fact, yeah, I probably definitely did that. She did that. But it looks pretty cool. If we come up here, you can see our assembly lines. This is probably not the most efficient way to do it, which is why I built this other place across right here. So we have two ways to get across. So you have the actual bridge on the inside of the bridge, and then you have above it as well, because you can just walk across the top. But here's the actual bridge. We have some electricity with actual light bulbs now. That was a recent addition that we made, now that we have like the ability to craft that stuff. I'm level 37. I did change the XP values to make it a little bit less of a grind to level up at higher levels. But yeah, walking around here inside of the base, we're getting about 46-ish FPS. So I'm actually going to paraglide off, and we're going to just wander around a little bit in the open world. Maybe we can get some flight in, actually, because I do have a van worm. So let's land our paraglider. And I did capture a Hellzeifer. I just don't have the saddle crafted for that yet. But flying around here on a van worm, we're getting about 40-ish, 45 FPS. But remember, this is at 1080p. So in my opinion, I would play this game closer to 720p so you can get a closer to 60 FPS consistent frame rate, because I prefer to have a frame rate above 60 or at least 60. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go into our options here, and I'm going to have to move this out of the way. Graphics, move it out of the way again. Drop our screen settings here down from our screen resolution down from 1080p to 720p. We're going to go ahead and apply that and back out here. Hopefully that doesn't break everything. Yeah, so now we're at 720p rather than 1080p, and we're getting an FPS closer to 60, right? We're hovering around the 50s, which we weren't really, as you can see on the FPS graph right there, we weren't really getting close to 60 FPS, and now we're closing in on it. So I personally play this game at 720p when I play on the Xbox ROG Ally X, because if you're watching this on a computer monitor or on a TV, this is not going to look very good. But on a small screen like the one the ROG Xbox Ally X has, 720p is perfectly fine. So are we really going to fight, buddy? Okay, I guess we are. Can I capture you? Oh yeah, 100% chance. I missed. Okay. Excuse me. I can't see you. Oh my god. I'm just going to get off my pal. Hold on. I would like to capture you, sir. Oh my god. Stop it. My sensitivity on this mouse is way too low. Like, I have to move it across my entire mouse pad to turn. Holy crap. Yeah. That's why I play this on the Xbox Ally X with controller. But yeah, Palworld is running pretty good. Honestly, I would play it at 720p, or if you wanted to play it at 1080p, you could lock it to about like 40, 45 FPS probably and get a comfortable experience doing that. But I'm going to get back on the Van Worm here and just continue to fly around just for a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to play Palworld on the ROG Xbox Ally X, maybe we could try to drop our graphical settings down a little bit more from medium to low. So graphics, we're on preset medium. Let's go down to preset low. This might incentivize us to restart the game. But if we drop the settings down here, we are now getting, let me move this back into the corner. We are getting about, it's getting closer to 60. So maybe play on low settings. You'll probably get a more accurate count if the game's restarted, but I just wanted to see what would happen if I did that. But overall, I would play at 720p low to medium settings on Palworld on the ROG Xbox Ally X, and you can definitely get a playable experience out of this. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Power Wash Simulator 2. This has been my go-to game pretty consistently on the Ally X. Basically what I do is lie in bed, watch a show or a movie, and play some Power Wash at the same time. You know, I'm an iPad kid. It is what it is. But let's just go ahead and look at our graphical settings here. So we have a frame rate target of 120, but I'm just going to set that to unlimited. We are playing at 1920 by 1080, and it's saying 60 hertz because that's what this monitor is locked to. VSync is off. Anti-aliasing is off. We have our SSAO on medium and a mixture of low and medium settings across the board. So here in Power Wash Simulator 2, this is basically exactly how I play it at about 1080p when chilling in bed watching a movie. So we're going to go ahead and just go to our current mission, which is this park right here. So spoiler alert, by the way, if you don't want to know any of the parks or anything that you have to wash in Power Wash Simulator 2, I don't know why you would care that much, but if you do, spoiler alert. And yeah, we're just going to do a little chill power washing right here. I hope everybody's been enjoying this video. I haven't done a long form benchmark video in like almost a year, I think. It's been a long time. So I'm a little rusty on this, and the process of waiting for the games to download to test them does take some time, which if you can see the clock, which you can see the clock in the top corner of the screen, you're going to see the time bounce around a lot. But there's honestly not much to really show in this game, and I usually play this on the ROG, so I'm not really sure what the controls are for PC, but this is not the most efficient way to do this. How do I... Okay, I don't want to add soap. Do I scroll the... Is this what I'm looking for? And then I do 3. Oh, it's 3? No, that's definitely not it. Yeah, but as you can see, we're getting a solid like 70 FPS, medium to low settings in Power Wash Simulator 2. There's honestly not that much to show with this game, but for the ground cleaning, I'm definitely going to be using this thing, not what I was using before, because this is just so much more effective. Because you can just kind of do this. Just go back, take it at a steady pace. Sometimes you miss some spots, so you got to go back and just go over those. There might be a more efficient way to do this, but I just do it because it's kind of relaxing. You know, it's just a chill game to keep yourself occupied while also watching like a show or a movie at the same time. But there's honestly like there's not much to show here. So like running around the map, we're getting like 70, 80 FPS. When I start power washing, looking at the ground, all the dirt particles and everything, we're getting 70, 80 FPS here. So there's not much to show with Power Wash Simulator 2 because this is basically all you do in the game is power wash things. So I'd say out of my own personal experience, because I've played a lot of this game on this device, it's absolutely playable. It's a fun time. If you haven't checked the Power Wash series out, there's now 2 games, obviously, because this is Power Wash Simulator 2. I definitely recommend giving them a shot, playing them, just chilling. You can play them with your friends as well. But yeah, Power Wash Simulator 2 runs great on the ROG Xbox Ally X. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Selaco. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this, but we're going to actually start up a new campaign. But before I do that, I'm going to have to move this out of the way. We're going to look at our graphics settings here. So this is what the ROG Xbox Ally X defaulted to. So we're on a mixture of low, high, and medium settings across the board. So this is what those settings look like if you want to duplicate them. And when I got the prompt when opening the game to ask what kind of system specs that I have, I did answer saying I have a low spec system. But we are running on these settings here. Field of view is at 90. Graphics API is Vulkan. Resolution 1920 by 1080. VSync is off. Full screen, yes. Render and background, yes. Scale factor 1.0. And as I said, everything here is on pretty much low, off, or just one thing's on high. All right, we have just started up a new game here. We're going to unlock some stuff. There's a lot going on. A lot of sound. I didn't know that squeaked. Okay. No, I don't think I will. How do I get out of here? Oh, am I in a hospital room? I am. Wait a second. What in the world? I'm in a hospital. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my controls are not bound. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing here? I don't have a weapon or anything. Okay. Oh. Man, everything's blown. Oh my god, those guys are on fire. Holy moly. I really like the art style of this game, by the way. Okay, is there anything I can use in here? Yo, Selaco today. Is that me? Is that the character of the game? Whoa. I guess I just go up in here and then C to crouch. All right, we'll walk around holding the flare. Can I get through here? Yes, I can. Okay. Is there a weapon on this guy? Whoa. The bodies are like... Dude, this is like a combination of like modern gameplay and older games. This is cool. Oh. Okay, eating food gives you health. Oh, I hear a lot of gunfire. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you shooting at me? What did I do? Can I carry a med kit? Or... Oh, they're all actively shooting at me. Hold on, I can't defend myself. Rescuing survivors? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. They are not rescuing us, I'll tell you that much. How do I get a gun? Okay, lights off. I guess I go through here. I'm adding markers somehow. Is there anything going on over here? Turn valve. Dude, this runs really well, by the way. Like, we're bouncing around like 120 FPS, which is what you should aim for on this device because it has a 120 hertz screen. So, very playable. Oh, we got a gun. Look, consider don't. Consider don't. Why are we all shooting at me, by the way? Oh, you didn't die. Okay, so like, why are we trying to kill me though? Like, what's going on here? Whoa! Holy moly! There's so much happening. Why are we all trying to kill me? I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. Dude, I'm getting like Doom vibes from this. This game is cool. The music is funky too, man. I gotta pay attention though. I'm gonna end up spending like 30 minutes playing this game when I have more video to record. I can't interact with that. Oh, you can jump in this game. I actually kind of didn't expect to be able to do that. So I just walked in a full circle. I think this is where I initially, yeah, that's where I came out. So I'm gonna go through here. Where does this lead? What do we got going on? I'm walking in circles, chat. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I assume I'm going to have to find some sort of like control panel or something, or find like a door that's open. Because this is all... Oh, look at that. That's green. Okay. I assume that guy was an enemy. He was red when I aimed at him. Well, I got a key card. So now I can interact with purple doors. So is there a purple door in here anywhere that I didn't see? There's a lot of purple in this hallway. Got some more healing stuff. Okay, I think I've already been in there. Okay, I'm walking in circles at this point. I don't see any purple door. So maybe it's back in that direction. But dude, this game runs flawlessly on this thing. I would maybe turn a couple settings down, maybe play at 900p for a smooth, consistent 120 FPS. Oh, it's right here. I was looking for a purple colored door for some reason. Can you die, please? Thank you. But dude, yeah, no, Selaco definitely playable on the ROG Xbox Ally X. This is running super smooth, dude. That's awesome. This is a really fun game so far too. I definitely want to play through this. There's only so many hours in a day, and throughout this video I've been, man, I want to play this game. I want to play this game. I really want to finish my playthrough of this game. Is there even enough time, bruh? It's like I don't even have enough time on this earth to play through every game I want to play, man. But yeah, Selaco runs like a dream. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Sons of the Forest. This is one of my favorite survival games of all time. I am a huge fan of the first Forest game. Soviet Womble actually uploaded like an 8-hour video, I think. It might have been 3 hours. It's either 3 or 8. I can't remember exactly how long it was. But he released a massive video, a massive retrospective on Sons of the Forest, or the first Forest, not Sons of the Forest. But I absolutely recommend checking that out. But looking at our graphic settings here, if we go to options, graphics, we are running on low settings across the board. 1920 by 1080. FSR 3.0 is on balanced. Motion blur is off. And the settings look like that. And just to verify that we are at 1080p, full screen, VSync is disabled. But we're going to go ahead and just start moving around here in the open world. This game is kind of loud for me, but hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. We're just going to pick up some rocks. I made the mistake when I created the single player world. I had started working on this, and I don't think I'm actually going to fully play through the game again on the single player world, because I made the mistake of setting the day length to realistic, and it really means realistic. If you set your day length to realistic, in-game days are going to be over 24 hours. So, oops, looks like my controls are not bound. Ooh, we got a lag spike while opening up the inventory right there. I don't really have that much right now, because as I said, this is just like a single player world that I played for a little bit and realized I kind of messed up with the duration of the days. Or at least I believe that's what this is. But yeah, if I open up the phone here, it is currently 11:41, and okay, now it's 11:42. Will it move to 11:43 while I still have this open, or is it realistic time? Like every minute in game might actually... Oh, 11:43. So maybe that's not what this is. Maybe I restarted it and moved game time away from realistic, because it's not realistic if you get a couple of minutes in game and less than a minute IRL. So maybe not. We're gonna just cut down this tree really quick. We can see that we're getting about 45-ish FPS at 1080p. So maybe I would play this at 720p and cap it at around like 45 FPS. But I mean, you could probably cap it around 40 FPS at 1080p. But cutting down trees, moving around here, the FPS is fluctuating a little bit, and we are at the lowest graphical setting possible. Kelvin's over here. I don't really plan on building much of anything right now, just because I am only using this to test out the game. But we'll put some logs down, like right here, I guess. We'll just drop it down like that, and then like that. And you can build an entire structure just by laying out the logs like this. It's actually kind of cool. But I'm hoping we can get into some scuffle with a cultist. But if I am really early in the game, I don't know if they're going to be plentifully spawning yet. If I recall, there is actually, if I remember where I am on the map from when I first played this game, I usually build in the same spot because this is down where the, spoiler alert, this is down where the 3D printer is. Oh, I hear one. Came from over here. Absolutely just heard one. Where you at, bro? Where you at? I know for sure you were coming from this direction. This might be the kind that hides in the bushes. Although it'll probably be easier to see at low settings as opposed to ultra, which is what I usually play on my 4090 PC. But, interesting. Oh, there you are. That's weird. Oh, I missed both swings. I missed all swings. I'm missing every swing. All right, buddy, come here. There we go. Get him, get him, get him. It helps if I look at my actual screen rather than the playback screen. Oh, he's going to start running. Why are you running? I'm out of stamina. Why are you running? Did he climb? No, he did not climb a tree. I saw him move over there. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up with him. He's so fast. That's a rock. Oh, let's eat a mysterious plant and see what that does. Interesting. All right, yeah. So Sons of the Forest, I would probably recommend dipping it down to 720p. So I'm going to try that really quick and see what that does to our frame rate. So we can, let's try 16 by 9 or 16 by 9, 1600 by 900. Let's see if that gives us any noticeable increase in frames. Okay, so that shot us up a little bit, but now we're hovering back down to where we were. So yeah, let's try this just for a little bit. I don't think we're going to see much of a difference here. Is Kelvin freaking out about Occultist? Oh, he is. You stay away from my boy Kelvin. Where'd you go? You just jumped over him. Ow. Stop it. 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 Okay, he's dead. So here at 1600 by 900, it's running a little bit better. But I am curious to see what happens when you drop it down to, whoa. I'm looking for 1280 by 720. Thank you. The 1280 by 720 low settings FSR 3.1. Can we get about 60 frames? It's hovering a little bit higher, so this is getting us about like maybe 10 more FPS on average. So we're getting closer to 60. But you see the pop-in, by the way? Playing at lower settings. Watch all of those bushes disappear and just reappear, right? I mean, that's distracting. To me, at least. But, I mean, it's more playable than it was, but it's still not super, super smooth. We're not exactly getting a consistent 60 FPS here out of Sons of the Forest. So you could probably play it at 720p and maybe lock your refresh rate at 60 and just try to get to there. And I think we are on the lowest settings, if I recall from what I looked at earlier. That's gameplay, yeah. So we're on the lowest settings, so there's not much else we can do here. And FSR is on performance. Texture resolution's on high. Let's bump that down to low and see what happens. Okay, my game froze. There we go. So now texture resolution's on low. Everything is on low across the board. The game looks kind of not great. But yeah, that really didn't do anything. We're still getting about 50 FPS. So you can totally play Sons of the Forest on the ROG Xbox Ally X, but just shoot for 720p low and try to hover around 60 frames, and that's probably the best experience you're going to get out of this game because it doesn't look like it wants to hit 60. I don't think I've hit 60 yet. If I look down at the mud without it rendering much of anything, it'll probably hit 60, but as soon as I look up and start moving around, it'll dip back down. So this game really can't do a consistent 60 FPS, but you can get kind of close. So you can absolutely play this on the Ally X Xbox, but yeah, let's just go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, y'all, next up we have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands here on the ROG Xbox Ally X. Let's go ahead and look at our graphics settings really quick. So we are playing at, I assume 1080p. Let's verify that. Yep. Oh, we're at 1600 by 900. Okay. Let's rock it up to 1920 by 1080. Apply that really quick. Keep. And refresh rate is locked to 60 hertz on this device, but let's turn VSync off so we can try to push it beyond that. I have played with this docked at 3440 by 1440, and I was not able to achieve 60 FPS doing that, but this is 1920 by 1080, so that should be fine. Looking at our graphic settings, we have a custom preset with everything pretty much low, medium, and off across the board, but here are those settings if you are curious. I remember when this game first came out, my computer could barely run it, and the fact that it runs at all on a handheld gaming PC, to me, is pretty impressive. But technology has advanced a lot. So we're getting about 50-ish FPS here in 1080p. So playing this at 900p would probably yield you closer to 60 frames because, I mean, well, I've tested it. It does. but here at 1080p, we're getting about 50. So when you bump it down just a little bit, you do gain. What in the world just blew up over there? You do gain about 10 frames, which for a game like this, I do want to have, so you can have good reactions and everything, because this is a shooter. But we're going to go ahead and go in here and grab this intel. I'm not entirely sure what it is, and I'm going to turn music off really quick as well, because I don't know if the music in this game is copyrighted or not. That's video settings. I need to go to audio. But just in... Oh, I already have music off. Wait, then why am I swear I just heard music. I'm definitely hearing music. Let's get this cartel medal location. We're going to go ahead and go to that. Give us something to do. So, it's right next... Oh, it's right next to the mission. Okay. Are we close to anything that we can do? Just so I can make a little bit of progress while filming. It looks like we can get this weapons case. Compatibility assault rifle. Rangefinder? Sure. Increases AR accuracy. I will take it. Okay. It looks like we can get some driving in here too. I think I'm going to take this vehicle. The driving in this game's always been just like a little wonky. But like okay, see, the radio is on. So maybe there's a different audio setting for radio compared to actual like in-game music. But as long as I turn it off, I don't care too much. I'm going to grab this medal really quick because it is right here. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely playable. I would change the settings around a little bit just to get closer to an actual 60 FPS target. Okay, I can get in right here. But I'm going to grab this really quick. So play this at 1600 by 900, which is 16 by 9, but 1600 by 900. Oh, dude, did you just jump over the barbed? Oh, there is no... Wait, you can make that? Oh, I could have just done that, bruh. I thought there was barbed wire up there for some reason. Okay. Man's got hops. Man's got moves. But is there a helicopter nearby? I don't really see one on the map. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get in the vehicle here. And I have a keybound to turn off the HUD, which I've been thinking about making a video about HUDs in games, like a retrospective. Maybe not as long form as my other ones. He is just sticking out of the side of the car there, by the way. But I've been thinking about making a video talking about HUDs in games, because this just looks a lot better than this, in my opinion. But you do need some of the information on the HUD to be able to get around, to properly get to where you need to go. But yeah, we're getting like 50-ish FPS out of this game. I'm gonna make this turn here. I was looking at my phone. Don't text and drive, ladies and gentlemen. But it's running pretty fine. I do want to try to find a helicopter. I don't know if that will impact our frames that much while driving around. Ooh, hold on. Do we have an armored vehicle in here? Or is that just a motorcycle and a car layered on top of each other? I think it's a motorcycle and a car layered on top of each other. Well, this could be an enemy base. What do we got going on up here? Is there an armored vehicle in here? There's a truck. We don't need a truck. Can I drive up this? The intrusive thoughts are winning. The answer was yes. Oh, I'm going to crash. Oh, I didn't crash. I saved it. Look at that. I'm a professional. This is the game I've been playing a lot of recently, though, with the first-person mod on my like actual like high-quality gaming PC. I've been addicted to this game. Look, I just felt like sideswiping somebody. All right, man, I got free will. And here, though, we're probably going to encounter some enemy resistance. Oh, that's awkward. Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my bad, bro. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I ran out of mouse pad right there. That's... I did hit him a few times. I don't know if I got him or not. But, I mean, this game is running pretty well so far at 1920 by 1080. But I do think I am going to knock it down really quick to 900 and see how much better it runs. See if we can get closer to 60 FPS. So we're going to do 1600 by 900, apply, keep, and see if we can get closer to 60 frames doing this. And it looks like we're already at a pretty solid 60. Oh, they're throwing nades? Holy moly. They don't like me. Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, put the grenade launcher away. Hold on, I'm struggling right now. There you go. I thought I loaded it. Holy moly. That didn't kill those guys? Holy moly. Okay. Get in, get in. Go, 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 go. Did he throw the grenade at himself? That's what... Oh, I thought I was in cover there. Okay. Well, Ghost Recon Wildlands is definitely playable at 1600 by 900. You get a better frame rate doing that, but let's just go ahead and move on to the last game. All right, y'all, last up, we have a game called Vane, which is basically first-person Project Zomboid. So if I look at my graphic settings here, now keep in mind this game is very early in development, but we're at 1920 by 1080, full screen, 90 FOV, medium settings across the board here. And these settings are all off, and these two are on, as you can see. So as I said, this game is very, very early access, so it doesn't look super visually impressive. But I have, I think, upwards of like 100 hours in it. And once you look past kind of all the jank, it actually becomes, in my opinion, pretty immersive. So we're going to see if we can hotwire this car here, see if I can get some driving gameplay in. Oh, it's unlocked. Are the keys in the glove box? No, scissors and a needle and thread. Okay. So I'm going to try. Is the key in the ignition? The key's in the ignition. Wait, did I just take the key? Yeah, I did. Insert key. Turn on. Bro, the keys were in the ignition. Are you kidding me? How do I go into third person again? I forgot. I haven't played this in a little bit. Dude, I just found a car with 96% gas right next to the house that I spawned in. This is a legendary find for this game. How do I go into third person? I don't remember how to go into third person. It's not V, it's not numpad enter, control Z, X. Oh, you scroll your mouse wheel. That's right. Okay. So we're driving around here in Vane. I'm going to try to just cause some chaos, honestly. Let's see if I can find some zombies to fight. Not entirely sure what town I spawned in. I just kind of picked one randomly. I don't want to crash, that's for sure. Did the sidewalk just randomly pop in right there? Is that what I just saw? I mean, this game's very early in development, as I said. Yeah, whoa. Where did those buildings come from? What the heck? It looks like that might be the road, potentially into town. Let's see, where are we? Oh, I'm leaving town. There's not even really much of a town where I am. Is there a kiddie pool right there? Let's just go into this house. Let's get out of the car. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Early access, man. So to get out of the car, you actually have to like turn off the engine. I mean, you don't have to, but I would. And then exit the vehicle like that. So it's like a simulation game. And I did find a firearm with a couple rounds. So we're going to go ahead and try to get into this house here. It's locked. Let's knock on the door. Anybody in there? Okay. I kind of just want to get some fighting done with some zombies. So maybe I should try to find a house that is not locked with zombies inside. We can get some chaos. Maybe if I just... Yeah, I don't really want to fire a round into the air just at random. I hear zombies in here. Okay, cool. And it's unlocked. Oh, this is creepy. Oh, this is really creepy. Sounds like they're down on the other side of the house. Are they in the garage? Are they outside? They're not outside. They could be in the garage, though. Let's open up the garage. Here in my garage, just bought this brand new Lamborghini here. I think I already made that joke when I was recording yesterday. Where are you? Is there a second story? It sounds like they're like right here. Are they on the roof? They're on the roof. I whiffed completely, dude. Didn't whiff that time. Okay. So is gunfire going to like alert other zombie? Oh yeah, you just spawned right there though. Okay, I should only have like 2 shots left, I think. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, that was all the ammo. Where's my baton? Oh, I'm not holding the baton. Wait, I thought one was supposed to be... Oh my god. Holy moly. I'm beating the crap out of him. That was so much. Dude. Holy crap. Dude, that looks so goofy. I just started swinging, man. Holy moly. Hello. We're in Phillips Park. kill the zombie. Okay, and you can also see early access, as I said, but you can search their bodies. She doesn't really have anything on her that I need, but yeah, Vane's pretty fun. I've enjoyed my time with it so far. It does have multiplayer as well. Multiplayer is a little goofy, but you can play with your friends if you want. This is not sponsored or anything. I just think this game deserves a little bit more recognition because I think for what it is and how early in development it is, it's fun. And I really want to see this game grow and thrive into an actual fully developed first-person Project Zomboid experience, because as much as I enjoy Project Zomboid, I just wish it was in third person. It is in third person. It's more like isometric. I wish it was in first person. Oh, I wanted to throw the... Can I not throw the basketball? Hold on. Where did that go in my inventory? Recently picked up items. Basketball. Can I hold it? There's no way. Can you... Dude, you could actually... Wait. You could actually play basketball? Hold on. No, stop rolling away. Stop rolling away from me. Oh my God, that worked too. Dude, you can actually play basketball. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a basket. I didn't know you could do this, dude. All right, let's line up the shot. How are we feeling about this right here? Why do you just throw it down, my guy? That's not how you play basketball. See, you have to scroll mouse wheel to be able to interact with the menu to grab the ball, but also scrolling mouse wheel puts you in third person. So grab and equip. All right, look. Buddy, I know it's hard, but you got to throw the ball up, not down. Okay? Am I out of stamina? Why can't I? Buddy, did you forget how to play? Did you forget how to throw the basketball? I can't. Oh, bro. I really want to try to like at least kind of make one. No, okay, the ball's rolling away from me. This is not what I expected this part to turn into. Stop rolling away. Oh my God, I have to get behind it and just stop all of its momentum. There we go. Okay. Look, I just want to like get close to making a basket. Like, I don't really know how to do this. I didn't know you could do this, but let's like stand right here. Come on, you're right under the goal. All the way up. Did he just throw it? Why do you throw it? I'm leveling up skills in basketball. Did I just see that? I'm leveling up my basketball skill. But why are you throwing it directly at the ground? You have to throw it upwards. Okay, you know what? I don't know if this is possible. This is going to be my last attempt right here. Like, I'm not even going to try to throw it in the hoop. I'm aiming all the way up, as you can see, right? But if I throw, it just goes down. So what am I doing wrong? Is there a way to throw it in a specific way? Wow. Is there a way to throw it in a specific way? Is there a way to shoot it upwards? What if I hold down right click and left? That didn't work. What if it's not letting me even. Okay. Hold down both buttons. Aim it right there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, man. I don't understand. But Vane is definitely playable on the ROG Xbox Ally X at 1080p. At low settings, it does kind of look a little washed out and blurry and not that great, but it's definitely playable. So thank you guys so much for watching this big benchmark video. This took like at least 2 hours to put together. This video so far is going to be like 2 hours and 17-ish minutes long, if not longer. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will have more of these in the future. If you want to see them, let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoyed, like the video, and I will catch you guys in the next video of whatever I make. Peace.